Okay, I can speak now to Jan Egeland. He is in the Norway capital, Oslo. He's the Secretary General at the Norwegian Refugee Council. Pleasure to have you on, Jan. I don't know if you know how many times we've experienced a situation like this in the past, or what effect it has when children are deprived for several years of an education. What does that do to a group of young people when they're deprived of something we all take for granted?
I think hopelessness is the one word that describes this kind of a situation, because Gaza has gone through too many wars, and in each of these wars, schools have been targeted and children have been deprived of education. The Norwegian Refugee Council has been one of the leading providers of support for schools, and we've had also trauma care for children in schools after each of these previous wars. This is much worse than all of the previous wars combined. Most of the schools are either destroyed or damaged, and the remaining schools are now filled to the brim with refugees. There is no education. We're trying to do education in the schoolyards of those places where there are lots of refugees in every single classroom, so that they can have something to do and regain some hope. But it's one of the things that this war has deprived. It's the hope and the future for the Palestinian youth.
You said your organisation helps to provide education. Do you understand why so many schools and places of instruction have been destroyed? Is there any reason for it?
No, it's part of an indiscriminate bombing campaign. Of course, where people have congregated, there has been fighting. Israel has claimed, without much evidence, that Hamas have used some schools for arms and for fighters. I've been to many of the schools. I've been twice to Gaza since the 7th of October. And I've seen that they are really filled to the brim with women, children, family. I saw no trace of any military activities in the vicinity or inside of these schools. So I think it's a sign of the indiscriminate nature of this warfare. And that's why, I mean, it has to end. There is completely senseless to continue this war now in the middle of what is a destruction scene with 2 million mostly displaced people.
How difficult is it to catch up those lost years of learning?
It's well, children are robust if we are allowed to resume our work, and at the moment we're denied access with all of our aid trucks and all of our aid consignments. If we are allowed to resume work, I think we could start a lot of activities, and children are resilient. However, their families have been devastated. I mean, they've lost their homes. Nearly all of them have lost their home, their community. They've lost relatives. All of these children have seen relatives die or flee for their lives. So the trauma is intense, and trauma care has to be part of any educational program in the future.
Well, I mean, that was my next point, Jan, because getting children to focus on an education is a challenge at the best of times. And I mean, all of these young people must have mental health problems. It's impossible not to have them. Just for the rest of their lives, they're going to have an awful amount of assistance to deal with those issues, to stop them plaguing all of their lives. I mean, how important is it going to get specialists in there to help them as soon as possible?
We already have trained a lot of teachers in Gaza. We can train more. It's really the teachers and the children and the parents that have to take much of this job. Of course, it's sort of beyond belief, the challenge now. 70% of all housing units are destroyed or damaged. And home is very important for a child's sense of safety. And when the home is gone, it means intense trauma. The moment also, we're not even able to feed the children of Gaza, because so little of the needed food aid has gone in. Many of them do not even get water, clean water, let alone sanitation. So the misery is intense, and education is just one of the casualties of this horrific and senseless war.
Yeah, multiple problems that need solutions. Appreciate you taking the time to speak to us. Jan Egeland is the Secretary General at the Norwegian Refugee Council. Thank you, Jan.